it is. Chris Tabb hangs on to that one. It was just chipped. Just a bit light. Took it well. Good hands. Just chipped it. Little half volley. It's a bit of a nothing shot from the batsman. That's the first wicket down for Spartans. It's end of a good over there from Rohit. Both batsmen offering a chance. It's Shobit Bhatia who's the man walking back. Unlucky they didn't get such a Sengupta out the ball before. Brings a new batsman to the crease, and it'll be Chris Tabb to keep the ball after taking that nice catch. Vinny, what do you make of the start?
Yeah, well, it's Tabb time. I'll tell you that. And he's going to keep the ball. This is the ball the second over. It's a good start for the Rooks, getting something out of that first over. Keep the ball. This is the ball the second over.
It's full, and it's smashed over the tents there for 6. That was a loosener there by Chris Tabb, and such as it capitalises on the pie he was offered.
Tell you what, yeah, how quick can your attitude change and your emotional disposition? And Tabb, he was on top of the world after taking a good diving catch after the very last delivery, then with the ball in his hand. This one disappears, so it should have. He'll be disappointed with that start. But still, he's been a good player for the Rooks. He can come back and see if he can get the big wicket of Sengupta.
Comes in, sit down leg, just help along the way, and that should be 4, I think. Actually, no, maybe not. It's been cut off. Only a single.
The weird kind of a top edge. Seemed to take all the pace off the ball and wrapped his bat around it. And again, sense Tabb was fortunate, but also the batsman was fortunate. They didn't go straight up in the air. Yeah. He got himself in a real mess.
He got in a position really nicely, such as it, and it looked like when he hit it that it was going all the way, because there's only a man there at very short, fine leg, just on about a 45. And I think he got away with that one, Ted.
Certainly did. But he's a chance to bowl new batsman now. Vishak Jaganivasan.
Comes Ted. It's a good ball. First up, just punched down past the bowler just for a single. Shy at the stumps. But, got one of the 3 past the bowler just for a single. One of the 4 batsmen, I guess, that they would need. Vanguards to get out. They got a good early wicket in Bhatia. But these 2 and also Kranti, they can dismiss those players. About too many runs on the board. I think they'll be in this game. Rooks. I've got 1 already. Comes Tabb. Hit nicely just through the gap. I think we'll get to the boundary, and it will. It'll be 4 runs and a nice shot. Just lent on it a bit.
Yeah, it's a good shot, isn't it? How many times have we seen batsmen trying to pull this way to mid-wicket when it's there for the drive, and he just stays balanced. He doesn't try to hit too hard, but he times it really well. Another good boundary. So, despite losing that wicket, Sengupta keeping the momentum up for the Vanguards. Gets his 2nd boundary of the over.
He's looking in very good touch today, Satya. Comes Tabb again. 4 runs. That was again too easy, 2 leg side, and much too easy for the batsman. Hitting down the hill. That's your favourite position there, Vinny.
Don't get me started. You've got to have someone back there. I'm all for being attacking, but when you've only got 1 outfielder out, well, actually no, they do have a deep forward square leg, but I still think that's a more difficult shot than the one you just saw there. And they have the fine leg in the circle, and if it misses that fielder, I think it's Pal there. It's always running away for 4. And I think it's protecting against the breeze and the slope of the ground. Anyway, Tabb, see if you make up for it. It's been an expensive over so far.
It's been cut through the field again. Don't think it'll get to the boundary. They'll come back for 2. So, Vinny, if they don't put a man down there for the whole innings, how many runs do you think it would cost them?
That's a good question. Professor will tell you how many runs they do have, which is 24 for 1 after 2 overs. I think, look, it's hard to say. Let's just say that there's There's one ball every over. Let's work off that. It should have been one, but instead it's 4. That's 3. 3 and over. And you might get some overs where there's more than one that goes. Not to mention little deflections and stuff like that, which beat the man. And that could potentially cost you 30 runs in the innings. And let's say even there's one every 2 overs that's 4 that should have been 1. It's still 15 runs, and you're not really gaining that much with the deep mid wicket at the moment, because talk about protecting about the bad bowling. I mean, that is really bad bowling if you get hit over in front of square. So you almost want to encourage them to take on that more difficult shot. So that's why I just think it's just smart cricket to have that deep front leg in place. Anyway, here's Babaranju, the captain. He's the man who makes all the decisions. And this time, he's down the leg side. And actually, you made a good point. You said, well, isn't that, encouraging a leg stump line? I don't think that's necessarily the case. I think they still work to an off-stump plan, but it just gives you a bit of insurance if you do get it wrong. And we do see at this level that the players, typically you might have 1 or 2 balls on or outside the leg stump per over, at least, and it just gives you some protection.
Comes in again, nicely pushed out, and Deb puts his foot out, and good foot fielding there. Yeah, I mean they should be bowling outside off stump. He's been quite strong out there though. Satyajit has picked up quite a few runs out there.
So even most of the time, unless he really hits the well versus before, most of the time it's 1 or 2 anyway. So I don't think you need anyone back there right now, because you can get the occasional boundary there, but most of them aren't reaching the line.
It's a good ball. Just, nice and straight. A bit quicker maybe.
Anyway, actually I've got a bit of an asterisk next to me, because I typically would like to captain from the wicket-keeping position, because I felt it took a lot of my concentration away, which I wanted to concentrate on my wicket-keeping. I was a good vice-captain. That's the best thing about vice-captain. See, you can take credit for everything you get right and just ignore everything you get wrong and blame it on the captain. Probably a bit of captaincy from the commentary box, the same thing. And guess what? There's some more runs in this area. And it's going to run away for 4. See, this is the side of the ground. With the wind and with the slope, the ball does run away. It's another 4 to Sengupta.
Look, I agree with you with the as a wicketkeeper captain. I think it's very, very difficult, because you've got a lot to concentrate on as a wicketkeeper.
Yeah.
I like what Dylan Staines been doing with Rangers, where he's always in the infield. Comes in again. It's hit through the cover area.
It's a good example, because this ball was probably hit better, but it's not going to go for 4. And it will cost him 2. You see there, just emphasising my point of why it's important to protect that boundary of the right of screen. But yeah, you're right about Dylan Staines. He's pretty close to the action, where the action is, and yeah, what you're talking about as well. It's even if you give up 10 or 20% of your concentration wicket keeping, you can make some critical mistakes. I think it's a specialist position. Having said that, I've had my mind changed, almost changed. Seeing Dhoni do a good job, doing both, even though I feel like even Tim Payne has done a pretty good job wicket keeping and captaining. But I have just noticed little things that they've missed. Some wicket-keeping dismissals. I think if they were fully focused on the wicket-keeping, they might have taken, because they just got a lot on their mind. But also depends what the alternatives are. So Australia didn't have too many others when Payne took the reins.
It's a bit of a slower ball there. It's out to deep mid-wicket area, just a single.
Yeah, and this will be the end of the over. Again, at the end of the power play. Pretty good one for the Vanguards, despite losing that wicket. It's 33 for 1.
It's a good start, going just about 10 and over, just over 10 and over.
The issue here with the Rooks will be how many they can chase. I mean, their batting just has not clicked, has it? And I just think they wouldn't really want to be chasing more than 70, and even that, the way they've batted, it'd be no gimme. It's almost hard to see a chase they might be able to achieve. But having said that, they do have some players that are capable, but they just haven't performed this week. And Babaranju's one I think about. And Chris Tedman, it'd be interesting to see if they put him at the top of the order again. Didn't come off in the first game, but I think that's probably an experiment worth persisting with. They just need to get something going, don't they, the Rooks?
Yeah, they definitely do. It's a proud club, PCC. They're only the second team, but they've not really been at the races in this part of the tournament. This one's down leg from Gunasekara and
Gunasekara's coming in the 4th over. Now you are allowed 5 men out, so for me there's no excuse now not to have the fine leg back. Look what they've got them. So they got Third man looks like he's up in the circle. Kind of deep point, deep long off, long on. Leaving wickets, only 4 out.
Oh, that's a good ball. He's bowled in. Played all around it there, the batsman. That's a big wicket. It's such as you'd have to go.
This is a Peter delivery from Gunaseka. And watch this one. Angles in, seams away. See what? Get rid of quite a few batsmen. Look at that. Top her off. Yeah, well, a bit of magic from Naveen Gunaseka. He won't mind us winding that one back and forward a few times. And he takes care of Sengupta. And that is a big wicket. And just when the Rooks needed something, they find it in the way of an excellent delivery. And score now. It's 34 for 2.
Yeah, it's a big wicket. I think Vikash will be important, and this man also is coming to the crease. Krunty. I think if they dismiss these two, I think they'll keep the score down. And you're right, 70 would be a good total to restrict the Vanguards to, and they're all already halfway there. Yeah, the Vanguards after just over 3 overs.
Exactly right. And James Stewart is admiring our dome tent. Said, been in Danny dome tents? What was that about, horses and stable gates, or was that pitching the tent after the tornado has bolted? We're kind of forced into a change, weren't we? Our last tent. This one, I'm not sure there was an edge on this. I have to wait for the umpire. And there must have been. So there you go, just motioning as well. There's a little edge on that. So it's a chance that goes down. You think it's one that suggests Gopalakrishnan should have taken behind the stumps.
Yeah, looked like he snatched at it a bit. Unfortunately, I don't think it was a huge edge. But look at the replay. And yeah, just got an inside edge. Didn't move his feet very well.
And the end of the finger as well. So adding insult to injury. And again, that's one that I'm sure the Rooks would want to have taken. You're right, you said they haven't been at the races. We're not helping themselves. Now, I think it suggests they're going to keep the gloves, but maybe it's not actually. And they might be making a change. And look, I can tell you from experience, it's not that much fun when you get one on the end of the fingers. He's going to keep the gloves though, but often it's up to the stumps when there's a little bit of a deflection off the pad or maybe off the little edge. And what it does, it just pushes your finger into your hand, and then you get swelling around the knuckles, and it can last for quite a long time. And sometimes weeks before your finger retains, goes back to more of a normal size. Anyway, Gunaseka making things happen.
It's a good line in length there, just outside off stump, trying to reach for it, Grunty. But, I think the more they can frustrate Grunty, the more he's going to get desperate and play a rash shot. So that line length's very nice to the new batsman. Comes again. This one's too full. It's been hit just over the top. Don't know if it'll get to the boundary. Yes, it will. That's 4 runs. So that was a bit of a gift. Just a full toss there, and especially to a new batsman, that's a very poor ball.
Yeah, I agree with that. And yeah, we know that Venkateswamy is a good batsman. We've seen him opening the batting early in this tournament. He will keep this momentum going for the Prague Spartans Vanguards.
It's a good line of length there. It's more the area he wants to be bowling at.
Yes, we'll end the over as well. So, into 4 overs, it's 40 for 2.
It's a good start by Spartans. They have lost 2 wickets though. And with these two, I think Vikash and Grunty both been batting well this week. Grunty still hasn't produced the big innings that we've seen him in the past. Here last year in the ECS, he demolished an attack. I think it was Barbarians from memory. So the new bowler is Abhishek Pal.
Pal comes in. He's going to roll a 5th over, and he will be bowling.
It's a full toss. It's been hit out, and that'll be 4 as well. Well, a bit of a pie. It's ended up being a low full toss and just hit with it, Vikash, and it's not a good start from Abhishek Pal.
Well, I think us a few pies left over from lunch, because we've seen a few of them, haven't we? And they're getting the treatment. They don't really have that much protection there either, as we discussed. I do have the 2 men out there, but easy pickings to the batsman.
That's another one. Could get a catch here out of it. I think it's gone just over his head though. And I've heard about buying a wicket, but these are just, he's pulling the pin and launching the grenade.
Well, get out your checkbook if you want to buy a wicket. This isn't the way to do it. It's just going to be expensive. You're going to get nothing to show for it. 4 and 6. Well, they spent all this money on this brand new surface, and I would encourage Abhishek Pal to try it out. There's 2 ranked full tossers. They've got what they deserved. Can he get it right? This game just starting to get away from the rooks.
This one's just a bit shorter. It's outside off stump. And it's another 4 runs. Poor fielding out of the boundary, and Rooks not doing themselves any favours at all. It was G Char out there. So this is a big over in the context of the game for Spartans, and Rooks, it's getting away from them. Let's see what he comes up here with. Here the bowler was dragged down a little bit. It's another full toss, just turned around the corner. Call for 2, but they won't get it. I'd say it was better bowling, but the result was better for Rooks. Goes Powell again. It's a better ball. It's just been pushed out to the point area for a single. It's a roll hit out there. It's a bit of a call for a run out, but they're running well between wickets, these 2. That's the line and length it needs to be bowling. It'll be quick, that could be out. Just missed the fielder out there. It's been stopped on the boundary. I'll just take a single. So chance for a catch was just a little bit over him. And that's the end of the over. An expensive one. 17 from it. And not what they needed, Rooks. They need these wickets. Just I think these 2, getting these 2 would be a big plus for them. They're a little bit fragile with their middle and lower order. I think Vanguards, they can get a few runs on Neeraj Tyagi with his fancy footwork. The dancing Neeraj Tyagi with the batting. Yeah, you can hit the ball quite nicely, but you really think it's their top 4 that get most of the runs for Vanguards. They're good players. We'll be Gunasekharan to continue. This one's outside off. It's hit beautifully just over the top, and that's 4 runs. It's a nice shot. Just caressed it over the infield. No one back there. And a very, very nice shot there by Vikash. Just didn't try to overhit it, just played a good cricket shot. And it's gone under the covers over there. Chris Tebb, let's look out for snakes. Let's see what the bowler can do to come back from that. Nice ball, right on line. Just pushed back to the bowler by Vikash.
Come on, PCC!
Bit of encouragement there from Rohit. At point, this one's clipped off his legs, and it'll be 4 again. Nice shot. It was pretty close to that. The fielder, that's Jahangir Awani out there, but given no chance really. It's sweetly timed by Vikash.
Your line, boy! Line! Come on, boy!
And again, just poked down, just past the bowler. It's a single, nicely taken single. Yeah, they don't really need to do anything rash here. The Spartans are going on very well. The bowler again. It's in the air. Might carry. Be good effort, and it's a nice catch taken out there. That was Ginu Panilat. Yeah, judged it quite well. And it's another wicket. It's a big one. It's Cranty that's gone. And that'll help their cause. Here, Rooks. They'll want the wicket of Vikash as well. So it was expensive in his first over Naveen Gunasekara, but I think it's kind of steadying them a little bit. This is the wicket they want now, instead of Vikash, who's 28 off 12. It's down leg side. Won't get him that way. It's called a wide.
Unlucky Navi, back on it, mate.
Got pretty easy runs on the leg side in that sort of area. It's a little bit straight. It's gone to Ginu again. They look for two, and it's gone slowly to the keeper. Couldn't get it to the other side of the pitch quickly enough. Ginu, because they did go for a second run. It was good work actually by Dheeraj Thakur, who's the new batsman, to come back for that second. He was running to the danger end, and it was a successful over there for Gunasekharan, but he's taken 2 wickets already. He's taken both 2 of the wickets for the Vanguards. Rohit is the new bowler. It's a good move here by the skipper, Naveen. He's gone back to his most experienced bowler. He's kept an over his as well, up his sleeve. And his 6 overs gone. 69 for 3 Vanguards. Doing very, very well, going over 11 and over. Comes Rohit. I want these wickets. Just keep the score down a bit. It's a good start. No run. Kept down a little bit. There's a crafty bowler, Rohit. He has come from very wide of the crease, angles it into the to the right-hander. That one gets it outside off stump though. Here it comes again. It's just clipped off his legs. Could be a chance for a catch, and he's spilt it. It's a tough effort. Coming back for 2. Very good effort out there on the boundary. Came forward, just couldn't quite get there. Made good ground to it as well, because he's right on the boundary.
Good try.
It's Jangir Wani out there, who was almost the hero for them. This is in the air again, and no chance for a catch, but I'll look for 2. It's very good running here from the Vanguards. They called too early. It's going out to the boundary there, and there's 2 on every time. It wasn't hit firmly enough to go directly to that man. So I won't say they're toying with them, but it's just very good intelligent cricket here from the Vanguards. Comes Rohit again. This one's hit through the offside. Good fielding. Chance for a run out if he hits. Oh, hit the edge of the pitch. Unlucky. It's a good effort there from Kartik. See the replay. Hit straight to him. And it would have been out if he hit. Just hit the edge of the pitch and looped up. Luckily there was a man backing up in Kasi. got 2 balls left of his spell, Rohit. He'll want to get a wicket. This is the man he would want to get. And oh, he almost did too. It was a big swing and a miss. Going for a run. And that'll be a bye. Very close to the stumps, at least from my angle. Big swing and a miss from Vikash. Unlucky there, I think, Rohit. And bring Dirash the core back on strike. It's nicely pitched up. Ended up being a low full toss. Difficult to get away sometimes. And just a single out to long on. That's the end of the over end of the spell for Rohit Deshmoini. 1 for 12 off 2. So he did his part of this in this innings with the ball. It's up to 7 overs. It's through, gets down for 76. So here's the schedule for what's coming up. The ECN with the ECS series. Krefeld in Germany, and also Kiel in Germany, both starting in May. June in Malta will be really good, and also first sign of the ECN in England. That'll be an interesting little idea there, bringing English cricket, club cricket, to the world, I guess. It's just a single there for the core. Brings Vikash back on strike. The bowler, it's Juno Panalet. I think the last over will be the skipper, Bed Maraju, to take it. I need a nice tight over here. Do you think that Spartans will get up to about 90-ish at least, if not a few more? Might be beyond rooks. They'll have to bat well. That's what they haven't been doing this tournament so far. Here comes the bowler, and it's high in the air. Could be caught, should be caught. Well judged, and he's got him. That's a good wicket in the context of this game. It's Vikash who departs. And they could keep them down here to a manageable score. Rooks. That's really the last of the recognised batsmen. Although the core's been doing okay, just over run a ball. And Vikash 30 or 15, going to a ball. It's a big wicket. They can keep the runs down here. I think Rooks have got a chance of getting this score. It just depends on what the Vanguards can produce in these last couple of overs. There's a couple of big wickets there. That was one of them. Vikash, Kranti, and also Satyajit. They're all back in the sheds. Let's see if Junior can take another one. It's a good ball. This is in the air as well. Men going back. There's no one there. They'll get 2. Tab throws it in. So not a bad result there for Vanguard, just the 2. I think they'll look at just to see how many runs they can get off these final 2 overs without taking. Well, they're going to take risks, but don't have to play rash shots. There are plenty of 1s and 2s out there. So it's been hit in that same area. Christab, nice sliding stop. Still manageable for Rooks, and there'll be an over at the end, I'd say, by from skipper to end proceedings. This could be a chance of a run out, should be run out, and I don't think the keeper took it. It was a poor throw from Jinu. I think he aimed at the stumps, but there's a keeper with gloves. Sujit, he's just right behind the stumps. all they needed was a decent throw, but a big shy at the stumps. It's a little bit poor by the bowler, Ginu. You've got a keeper there, you've got to use him. He would have been well short, the batsman. In the end, it's just a run. Niraj Taigi's the new batsman, who's on striker's end. It's just been clipped straight to the man there at short mid wicket. That important position, I think, in this format. And that's the end of Dheeraj Thakur. And end of a good over. Yeah, a couple of wickets for Ginu. With 1 over left. Spartans on 81. They're stalling a little bit. Looked like they were going to get well into the 90s. Talia's having a bit of a growl at the at Ginu, who's coming in here just at long off. Also right at long on. So the straight hit. Not seeing what Niraj does normally. He just gives himself a lot of space and tries to muscle it square to the onside. See what he does. It's interesting. He's coming around the wicket here. Padmaraju. Interesting. Try to angle it across the batsman. It's a bit of cover on the offside. Here he comes, bowling around the wicket to the right-hander. Niraj. It's just been poked down. That looks like they could get 2. It's gone down to the vacant gully area. Third man's come around. It's intelligent cricket there from Niraj. They pick up 2 a ball. It's 12 and over. That's good cricket. It's underappreciated, I think. It's those 2s on the ground like this is very, very accessible. Again, good ball there. Just squeezed out the point for a single. Well played by the batsman too. Naveen pushes it at point, chance of a run out. It's good bowling, not out there, but very nice bowling there from Padmaraju, the skipper. He's keeping the runs down. He's giving them a chance now, Rooks. They want to get too loose in the last couple of balls of this innings. But I can say it was a very good over from Panelet, 2 for 5 off that over, including a very important wicket. The skipper's leading from the front, bringing the field in a little bit as well, just tempting the batsman to try to have a go at it. Brought mid on and mid off up, just on the circle. So, batsman just taking his time, putting his gloves on. They've got new gloves as well. Nice and white, just dropped his bat. See if he can use it. It's Farouk. Slower ball, just pushed out. They'll get a single. It's good running. It's Niraj back on strike. That'll be the to continue just around the wicket. He's beating him outside off stump. It's really good bowling. This is a very, very good over here from the skipper. One ball to come. 85 for 5. They've done well in the last couple of overs here, Rooks. This one's just dabbed down to third man. They'll have to come back to 2. Don't know if they'll get there. And it's a big no there from Niraj. He knew he wasn't going to make it. There's nothing to lose though, really, apart from your wicket. So That's the end of the innings. And 86.
Hold your horses, Danny. It's only 9 overs.
Was it only 9 overs? Oh,
Well, no.
jumping the gun. I was building up that over so much.
Where? Tell you what.
My eyes aren't what they used to be.
That's okay. Well, you have to know your 9s from your 10s. And, well, anyway, it was a pretty good comeback, like you said, from the Rooks, but like those middle overs really hurt them. Overs 5 and 6, so 29 between them, and since then they've had 7, 5 and 5.
It's a good start again from Janu. They'll look for one. They could get a run out. Farooq has made it quite easily in the end. And I think they will get to the 90s now. Now they've had that extra over.
I think they probably will. And that's bad management by the batsman as well on that occasion, because he's just going to go miles down leg side. He's got himself in the way, Neeraj, but he's definitely one batsman who's capable. We haven't quite seen it from him in this innings so far. And Jimmy Panellet, like you said, has been important in this comeback. 2 wickets in his first over. Let's see if he can produce it in the last. I think it's a good selection to bowl the 10th over. So 87 with 5 balls remaining.
Yeah, the field's in. It's might give him the opportunity of a single. That one's not a great ball. Just down leg side, and so take a leg by.
And again, I think it doesn't make a lot of sense for the batsman to be backing away. There's a couple of reasons. Okay, it's a bit of a risk you take, cross-batting the ball in the stumps, but it's time to take those risks. But you do cost yourself the chance of those wides that are going to slip past the leg stump. But also by doing the opposite, by coming across, you do open up that leg side. We know that is the scoring side of the field with this breeze and this slope. I actually saw Neeraj doing it to extremes. That's probably a good example of it there.
Geez, they were lucky there.
There's no one backing that up at all.
Kartik, he's fired it into to the keeper, who just stopped it with his foot. Otherwise, I think it might have been very close to going for another 4 runs.
Football skills, we've seen it with varying degrees of success, haven't we?
It's a nice little shot there from Farooq, just guiding it down the third mound. They might go back actually. I think they are, and it's a loose throw, and it's another valuable run there for Vanguards. It's quite poor there from Rooks.
Yeah, well, it's the dog's breakfast. I don't know what you feed Talia Noki in the morning, but it might be something like this. You see there, should be out for all money. Look at this, and they're both hanging in the middle of the pitch, and the ball slowly makes an appearance. They will get 2. So, still 2 balls remaining.
It's on the left side, sort of wide, and that should be out, I think. Oh no, has he made it? Neeraj. Farooq hasn't.
Well,
Been for nothing in the end. I think Neeraj, he's backing up is pretty extreme.
he obviously fancied himself as the man to face, and that's why sacrificed Sheikh here. Neeraj said, well, I want to be down here, so you find somewhere else to go. And you're right, they almost messed it up, but they do get the run out preventing the extra run. But they still get a run for that delivery. I think it's actually probably smart from Neeraj, in theory. It depends if he can cash in on it, though. He has been a good finisher at times. Sometimes his tactics haven't worked, but I do think he's the best man to face. Definitely this delivery, and hopefully the last one. 2 balls remain.
This is in the air. It should be caught. Rohit's under it. It should be an easy catch, and he's taken it. So didn't pay off for Neeraj to get down to that striker's end.
Now it's worth a try though, and he did the right thing. And that means Shanmugam Ravi will face the last delivery. And the score is 92 now for the loss of 7.
He's bowled well, Jinu.
Yeah, he has. And it's going to be a tough chase, to say the least. But look, all Rooks need is 1 or 2 batsmen to actually go on with it. It just hasn't happened to them so far. They do have some batsmen that are capable. I mean, we'll see if they throw Tab up the top of the order. He can hit it around. And I wouldn't say that the Spartans' bowling lineup is particularly menacing. They'll do an okay job. Last ball of the innings, and there's going to be no further additions to the total. So the Vanguards, that's being sent in by Prague CC skipper as Naveen Padmaraju They've ended up on 92 for the loss of 7. It'll be 93 to win. And well, sure, it'll be an interesting chase. And Danny, as always, saw plenty of highlights, thrills and spills in this innings and started with a good catch from Christopher Tepp.
Yeah, it was a good catch, and he took the next over and was very, very expensive. This one was the first ball of his over where Sajid just slammed him over the tents for 6. And the 2 expensive overs only really that Rooks gave away. One was Tev's, and it was a good ball there from Kunseka. And this was the other important over, that of Abhishek Pal went for 17, Christopher Tev's went for 18. Apart from that, pretty good bowling from Rooks. Just maybe a bowler short. Good efforts there from Rohit, from the 2 Naveens, and also from Gino Panalat at the end. But it was the other 2 overs that really cost them. And I think Vanguards have got the runs on the board. It's going to be difficult for Rooks to get this, but